Hey guys, my name is Felix. Welcome back. It's been a long time that we had a conversation about probably politics. That's one of the probably the most selling thing right now from where I come from, that is in Kenya. And one thing that I really have a passion for, and I really talk about it most of the time. Well, I just came back from Africa, just came back from home. I had a wonderful time. Went trial the whole long journey trying to campaign. I had a candidate in mind, so I made a trip and said, it's time for me to go back home and try to talk to people and try to persuade them to at least give an ear to this candidate and vote for her. Well, we went around. We had a good time. We went through villages. I had a chance of going through a lot of villages all over in Chad constituency where I come from. I can say that it was not an easy terrain, but all in all, we did good. My candidate was able to come very close third. She actually technically was supposed to have been among the top, to be the top. But anyway, all in all, we lost that election and we accepted. We now have a new member of parliament who is ready and probably committed to work for the people of Ontario for the next close to 9 months before we head to another general election. But anyway, I came to this video today. I came to take this video today because of one reason, and it's very important that we look into it very much. There is this thing that we call social media campaigns and the ground campaigns. Well, it's not all the same. My best advice to those who love social media is good. You market yourself on the social media. But I realize that most of these people who really vote, who wake up in the morning and go voting, than people who have never been on the social media. I remember waking up that morning and calling my mom and asking my mom, did you vote? He said, I was among the first people to go and vote. Who did you vote for? She said, I voted for my preferred candidate. But now my question was, my mom is never on social media. But she was among the first people to get up. And then when I called another friend of mine somewhere else, asked her, did you wake up and vote? Say, you know what, I'm going to get there later on in the afternoon and vote. And probably, I don't know if that friend of mine went and voted. That was a youthful friend. Now the question is, how can we tame this? How can we change this whole thing of social media, good votes, looking good, flexible votes, wonderful votes? But when they go to the ground, you find out that those people who are not on the social media are the first people to line up very early in the morning before they go to do their household chores, before they can get out there and do other stuff that they always have to do. They always have voted early in the morning. But what happens to the youths, including the elites, man, including the elites? They don't get up that early to go and vote. They just have that we call procrastination. They wake up like midday. That's when they want to go, maybe think about going to vote. And when they can't find a lot of queues, that's when you see people coming in and try to change people's minds. Because you know what? The reason why most of them I came to realize they wait until 12 o'clock to go and vote at 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Because they're waiting who's going to be the highest bidder. Come on, guys. We can change this. Why people don't wake up in the morning to go and vote, the first one on the line is because they know that by 10 o'clock in the morning is when money start getting poured down. People like 1,000 shillings, you're going to vote for me? Please vote for me. 1,000 shillings, 1,000 shillings, 500 shillings. So you try to see who's going to give him the money, because if they see that you already voted, they don't have nothing to do with you. It is a lesson for the Kenyan youth especially. It's something that I look at, I was like, you know what, this can be changed. We can have a way that we don't talk too much on social media. We don't talk that much on those WhatsApp groups. We talk too much on the WhatsApp group. We have a lot of conversations on the WhatsApp group. You'll think that these people are your people. These guys will be the first people to be on the line or the queue in the morning to go and vote for you, or vote for the preferred candidate you guys have been talking about. But it doesn't work like that. Early in the morning, the old mamas and the old babas are the ones who are already on the queue to go and vote, just because they are not waiting to be given money so that they can vote for another candidate. That is something that I learned a lot. So if you are probably, let me say, quite a number of the people who maybe try to run for campaigns from the diaspora, and they want to do this, Guys, be advised that this narrative of you just trusting people because you are so famous on the social media, you're famous on Facebook, WhatsApp, call it Twitter, call it any other forums. It doesn't work like that at the end of the day. What works is, how can you touch the heart of those people who are in the villages, and how can you make your people vote very early? By the way, let me tell you this. The money don't get poured until like after 9-10 o'clock in the morning. So if you can get your people to go and vote, those ones who you are talking, if you can go and tell them, please let us wake up in the morning and go voting by 5 or 6 o'clock, let them line up. Because let me assure you, most of these voters, they are gonna change their mind by 10 o'clock in the morning. They'll change their mind, even if they've been drumming support for you, even if they've been talking good about you, say you're the best. But when it gets to 10 o'clock, trust me, they're gonna change their mind because of what? Somebody's gonna come with that money, 1,000 shillings, and they say, "What? Please, can you vote for me?" And then they say, "You know what? I'm not gonna sleep hungry, and I'm seeing 1,000 shillings." There you go, and that's how we have killed the rule of democracy in our country. First thing first. First advice first. If you're running for a parliamentary seat, you're running for an MCA seat, please, I understand, get your voters to the polling stations as soon as 5-6 in the morning. Let them line up, even if you have to provide transport. As a matter of fact, that's the time you need to use that money to get them through transportation and get to the voting centers. And have trusted friends who can be there for you. It comes a time that you can get, even your own agents can be persuaded to sign wrong forms just because of maybe 10,000 Kenyan shillings, 20,000 Kenyan shillings, and that means a lot, especially in a close election. If you're coming from a polling center that is only 500 votes, and your agents maybe they've voted for you, but they have been persuaded, they have been given money, they have been told, go sign that form and say it's somebody else who won, your candidate didn't win. What's going to happen? Then you go, you lose. And in a close election, you will lose it. Then you go, you lose for 200 votes, you lose by 1,000 votes, 500 votes. What happens? You not declare the winner. The other opponent is declared the winner just because he only went and bought that one agent. And that made a whole difference. We can do this. We can make a difference out of it. We can know the tricks. Guys, especially in the diaspora, I'm talking to you because you may not know the tricks. You can do a difference over that. You can get up. You can make sure these guys go vote for you. If they are in your social groupings, the only thing that you need to do is to make sure on the last day, are these guys going to vote for you? How can you change these social groupings people, the members on those social groupings, to become what? Voters? And how can you make sure that those mothers, those babas back in the villages are voting for you? It's a journey that you have to work really hard. There's a way to do it, and it can be done. Thank you for watching, and I'll be giving a lot of clips about all this. And I'm really fired up and ready to know and understand how the Kenyan system works. You gotta be on the ground to know, though. You can't be around here and say you know about the Kenyan politics. It's different, my friend. You gotta put your feet on the ground. You gotta put your feet on those grounds. You're gonna hit the ground so hard. You're gonna go to those villages. You're gonna sit with them. You're gonna hear what they want. Stop writing from comfortable zones of motels and hotels and saying, you know what, we got this, I'm gonna be the next member of parliament. It doesn't work like that, guys. Those motels, they don't come to count anything. Just get out to the ground. Get to hear what people are talking about in your local places. What are they talking about? What are these things that they want from a voter? From a candidate? You just can't wake up and say, I'm a candidate, where you don't know what is really happening at your local joints and stuff like that, and thinking you can do that from motels. And again, who are your trusted foot soldiers on the ground? Are those people going to wake up one day and turn against you at the last minute? And then when they turn to you against you at the last minute, remember, you're done. My friend, if I wake up that day, on the last day, I say I'm not supporting you, I'm going to support the other candidate, I've already been recruited as your agent. Trust me, you're losing that election, because you know what's going to happen over there. They're going to go there and they're going to sign something different. And that's how you lose an election, especially for a close election we've talked about. So please guys, my best of advice, stay on the ground. Stay on the ground. Get your feet on the ground and get your fingers off the computers. Get your fingers off those cell phones. Get your fingers to those mothers back in the village and persuade them, please, can you vote for me? Talk to them, give them your, but the good thing is, the old mamas and old papas who vote, they will listen and they will make the right judgment if only their votes can be protected. Thank you so much. This is Felix Nyangate, and thank you for signing in. This is my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. God bless you.